It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. We've started the show off with Eating a Little Pussy with American Dog. And we just heard Dokken from their Dysfunctional release with Inside Looking Out. And the guy who's never on the outside looking in. It's our good friend and partner, Chris Aiken. What's going on, Chris?
What is up, man? How we doing?
We're good. I bought a ring light for the studio, and I'm not sure what it looks like on your end.
Yeah, it looks like you're in a cave.
Oh, is it dark?
It's very dark.
Oh, okay. Well, again, I'm going to have to play around with this a little bit because it does have numerous settings.
Yeah, you look very dark right now.
Very dark. Well, I'll tell
you, like a Gary resident.
Let me check something real quick because I don't want to ruin the whole segment with the wrong lighting. So I'm gonna check the lighting, the settings here.
It's not that dark. I mean, I can see you fine. I mean, you don't look like buckwheat with the lights turned off, for God's sakes.
Well, I bought a ring light and it's got a bunch of different settings on it. You know,
sure.
It could be darker, it could be lighter, it could be, whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
So I didn't know exactly what good setting. I tried to play around with it and look at it in the
settings.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, I don't know if seeing it from my end is good or not.
That's too much.
That's too much. That's too much now.
Yep. Go back one. There you go. Nope. Too far.
Too dark.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna
do one in between there.
Oh, okay. Hang on a minute.
All right. And Neely gets up and walks away. We're off and running. Goddammit! Holy shit! Oh, now it's real dark. This is the kind of quality entertainment we give to you, fine folks. Never prepared, just our bullshit.
How's that look? Any better?
Looks about like what it started at.
Okay. Well, I have a different light setting. So anyway, we'll play around with it.
Yeah, that's fine. It's good enough. We can see you. I can see you. I can see the CDs. It's fine.
All right. Well, again, we'll work with it. It could actually be brighter. I just didn't want it to be completely,
blowing you up.
Yeah, exactly. To where it's all washed out.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right.
So what's up, man? I've barely talked to you this week.
Well, that is true. Did you make the trip to Boardman today at all?
Did not.
I was wondering. I just couldn't imagine you leaving the house, driving over to Youngstown, going to see a show in the afternoon, and turning around and coming back.
Well, I was gonna go, but the truth of it, my sleep pattern is so fucked up. I'm completely out of my gourd again with my sleep.
Okay.
To where I'm literally up all night and sleeping all day. I'm slaughtering my life.
Yeah, there you go. You're slaughtering your life away.
I went to bed at 10 o'clock this morning.
Okay.
So needless to say, I was not up at 2 to go to Boardman. I wanted to go see our friend Ray West and Weapons of Anew, but I just didn't end up doing it. So, but tomorrow I'm going to a concert, so I'm good.
So you're going to go see Pat Benatar tomorrow?
I am. I'm going to go see Pat and Neil Giraldo. You got to make sure you include Neil Giraldo.
Yeah, it's interesting that Pat Benatar obviously made her name as a solo artist with her husband playing guitar, and then of course when she was no longer hitting the charts and selling out arenas or big venues and stuff, then it became a husband and wife team. Yeah,
I'm not sure. Other than he must have got jealous of always being overlooked as like irrelevant. I mean, why else would they add him to it? His name doesn't sell. He's Neil Giraldo. That's not exactly a huge name.
I mean, does anybody know that name outside of being associated with Pat Benatar?
To be honest, I thought he was dead. But then, wasn't that Greg Giraldo?
Yeah, that would be the comedian.
And didn't he die?
He did die. He died of a heart attack just prior to a performance. He was supposed to be on some kind of like a live charity event performance on TV, and he died from drug overdose.
Yeah. Well, too bad it wasn't this guy because he extends the name on the marquee.
Yeah, we're here to see Pat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pat and this other guy.
Yeah, you can come too, Neil, if you want, but we're here to see Pat.
Well, let's be honest. Pat Benatar, if ever there, I love Pat Benatar. I'm pretty sure you do too. You're a fan, right?
Yeah, you know what? You can tell me your thoughts, and I'll tell you my Pat Benatar history.
Okay. Yeah. My thought is simple. Of all the people that have had success, she's one that could replace the guitar player and no one would know the difference.
Well, you're absolutely right, because there's a lot of gunslingers out there that could probably play those songs just as good, if not better.
I'm of the opinion you don't even have to be a gunslinger. I mean, they're good songs. They're cool guitar riffs, but I certainly wouldn't think that anybody that plays guitar couldn't play them.
Well, I didn't mean gunslinger as in you have to have a certain level or expertise. I mean a journeyman guitarist who could come in and, or a session guy is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, exactly. If she ever divorces him, she could make quite a living without giving up half of that check.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was in high school, back in the early 80s when she was on the rise, I remember her playing at Blossom Music Center and selling the place.
Oh yeah, sure.
I mean, she, Blossom holds like 18,000.
Mm-hmm.
And she was packing the place.
Dude, and it's weird. You would think I'm a big fan of Pat Benatar, and I've only seen her once. And the only time I saw her was either 85 or 86. I'm thinking it was 86. It was a double headlining show at Richfield Coliseum, her and ZZ Top on the Afterburner tour.
Okay.
And it was quite a good show. It was very good.
All right.
And she blew ZZ Top off the stage with their boring antics. Boy, they're a great band that is really dull on stage.
It was ZZ Top?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen them twice, and I agree. They're not big on the theatrics or moving around. And what I saw them on, I think the last time I saw them was on, I believe it was the Antenna tour back in '94.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, dude, isn't it funny with that band? They have great songs, ZZ Top, but they are the most boring live band ever. They just they stand there. Afterburner, I think, was their most elaborate stage ever because they were trying to do all kinds of different bullshit, to be futuristic because of the album cover and whatnot.
Of course.
And it still boiled down to a stand that they hooked their guitars to spin every once in a while, doing the stupid hand motion every once in a while, and doing the synchronized, hey, we're rocking thing. And that was it. The rest of it was just standing still and playing.
Right.
They were like the original grunge band.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Good blues band, good Texas blues band, but performance-wise, they're definitely not the most exciting band to go see. I saw them at was it Richfield Coliseum still standing in '94?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I believe it was, getting to the end of the run for Richfield Coliseum, but that's where I saw them.
Yeah. No, I've seen them. I've seen several times, and I've always enjoyed them. But again, they're one step past watching a fucking whole movie at a library.
Very nice.
They're very dull.
Well, yeah. Well, look at you getting out of the house and seeing stuff.
Dude, I'm going to that. I'm going to see Queensryche in 2 weeks. I'm going to see Hall & Oates in a month.
Wow, look at that.
Going to see Slash in, I think, a month. I think Slash is August 1st, I think. So I'm seeing Slash, Miles Kennedy, Conspirators again. Going to see Alter Bridge somewhere in September. Yeah, my concert schedule's filling back up.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go see that Leonid and Friends, that tribute to Chicago.
You made the commitment, huh?
Yeah. I'm going to go. I could have gone on a Saturday, and I thought, you know what? They're going to play twice. They're going to play twice in the area. They're going to play on this coming Saturday, on the 6th.
Right.
And, obviously that's a Saturday, but then they're going to play on the 12th, which is the following Friday.
Right.
But they're playing out in St. Charles, which is a western suburb of Chicago, on Friday.
Right.
So I'm just going to make a night of it. I'm just going to leave the office. I'm going to go out to St. Charles, grab a room,
okay,
go see the show, and then come back Saturday morning.
Look at you. Look at you, just getting out. For you, that's getting out there. You're going to be out with the riffraff and deal with people and
yeah. Well, you know, but the thing is they're so good that I just cannot pass up the opportunity to go see them.
No, why would you? See, it's the kind of music you enjoy. Why would you?
Yeah. So you know, they're from Russia, and they are such spot on. You know, the tribute to Chicago, it's really amazing. They play Chicago better than the current lineup of Chicago. So, and the original Chicago drummer Danny Seraphin is playing with them.
Wow, that'll be good.
Yeah, so he's doing a little cameo because he does his own Chicago style tribute called CTA for Chicago or California Transit Authority.
Nice.
Yeah. So he's got his own, you know, Chicago band, but you know, because these guys are from Russia and they're making their second debut or their run in the States here, he got to be pretty good friends with them, and you know, they're playing here in Chicago and playing with the original Chicago drummer, so why not?
Yeah, no doubt, man. I mean, obvious, dude. Anytime you get out and go do something, that's fucking impressive. You who fucking hibernates in your cave.
Yeah.
You know,
well, you know, the
says
thing
it's
is,
me, but it's really you.
Yeah, but the thing is I never really get to see much local. I have to travel to go see cool stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's it. Is, you know, like I was telling, you know, you do get out. It's just it's harder. None of it happens there. You don't really have anybody that you hang out with in Chicago. All your friends and everything are here.
True.
So for you to fucking, you don't have the option that I do to say, it's fucking Wednesday, I got nothing to do. Oh, look, Enough's Enough is playing, and you know, 10 minutes from here, let me go see it.
Yeah. Well, you remember when I lived there, I was out at a lot of shows. All the time. I'd be out 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah,
easily, but there were so many places to go, and it was only within 30 minutes. Wherever it was either it's an Akron or a Cleveland show or North Canton or, you know, out toward Youngstown or whatever it was. It was easy to go see a show because there were just so many places you could go.
And that was before the hijacking of the ticket prices as well. That's when you could, you know, you go see LA Guns I saw LA Guns for $10.
Yeah.
You know, at the Revolution at one point. Now it'd be like $75 to see him, and then another $300 if I want to shake Tracy's hand at the end of the fucking show.
That's true.
So stupid.
It is. But oh boy. But anyway, I just thought it'd be a worthwhile venture, and then in about 3 weeks, I think it's 3 weeks from now, our good friend and guest of the evening, Dokken, is going to be playing.
Where?
They're playing out in St. Charles at the same place I'm going to go see the Leonid and Friends.
That a Saturday? Or?
That is a Saturday, so.
To start hunting a guest?
Yeah, you got about 3 weeks.
All right, that'll be easy enough.
Yeah, so they're playing out there too. So, again, you know, St. Charles from my house is about 100 miles.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just like, oh, Jesus, you know, the thing is that the Chicagoland area is so big that just from one end of it to the other is like over 50 miles.
Yeah. Yeah, you could play, a band could literally play two shows in Chicago and not interrupt its own audience.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So so I got a couple shows coming up here in July anyway.
Right.
So there you go. So I was out and about today.
Okay.
I made my trip out to the Quaker Steak and Lube. And if you have one in your area, some people have them around. You know, they originated in Sharon, Pennsylvania, and I've told the story about, you know, seeing the first one ever open back in 1974, because I used to live right there near Sharon, Pennsylvania, and I remember the place opening for the first time. So now they have one close to me, so I like to go up there once or twice a month and go hang out. So it was a nice day, nice warm sunny day, so I made the trip out.
Okay.
So I go up to the bar, and I usually sit at the bar, and back about, I'm going to say it's end of June. I'm going to say it might have been 3 months ago, maybe.
Yeah.
So I went in there one Saturday a few months ago, and the girl working the bar, cute girl, dark hair, real pretty face, just cute features.
Okay.
Lots of tattoos though.
All right. Yeah, that's a Neely kiss of death.
Yeah, she's got almost the whole sleeve going on and whatnot, but she's still very cute.
Right. She'd be great if she was fucking Rick Allen's sister or something.
So when I went there and she served me for the first time, she just was acting really fucky.
Okay.
Just kind of could give a shit, just kind of attitude-y. And I didn't give it much thought aside from, boy, this chick is kind of bitchy,
Right.
So, I'd been in there a few times, after that. And, I think she was working the bar one other time, and, she was a little more friendly the second time around.
Okay.
I never really talked to her or anything. She just more or less just did her job and, brought me my food and drinks and stuff, and periodically would check to see if you needed anything else. And that was about the extent of it. Right.
Right. Okay.
So she was working the bar today.
Mm-hmm.
Today, she was all rainbows and sunshine.
Well, that's nice.
And she comes over, big smile. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you again. And, very, very friendly, like a 180 from what she was the first time I ever, she served me.
Right.
So I'm just sitting there having lunch, just kind of hanging out, watching the sports on the TV and having lunch and whatnot. And
okay.
So before she brings me my check, she comes over and she sits on the little cooler, the little beer cooler things on the other side of the bar.
Okay.
And she says to me, hey, she goes, I want to apologize to you. And I said, for what? She says, well, the first time you came in here, I was a real bitch to you.
You were like, uh-huh.
And I said, well, yeah, you were a little cold. I'll admit that. And she says, well, I feel like I've felt that I've needed to give you an apology. I've seen you in here a few times since then, and every time I see you, I feel really guilty. So I just need to kind of get this off my chest.
Jeez, nice.
And so she goes, I was just really unpleasant. I was a real bitch to you, and I'm really sorry. She said, my father had just died that day. And it really put me in a bad mood. And I told my girlfriends, there's this guy who comes in, long blonde hair, he's always nice to me. And I treated him so bad. And every time I see him, I feel really guilty. So I just wanted to come over here and apologize to you and tell you that I was really sorry.
So did you tell her that you understood how she felt because your wife died this week as well?
That is true. No, but I just was kind of like, really? Okay. It's just like, oh, well, all right. But that was pretty nice of her to just own up to that, and this happened, like I said, probably back in either March or April.
Right.
I didn't take it personal. I mean, I didn't really think much of it. I just was like, oh, okay.
Then did a random guy buy you some drinks or something today?
Not today.
Top it off?
Not today. But like I said, she was very friendly and very nice, and came over and told me that. I was just like, wow, okay, I wasn't expecting that, but all right, I appreciate the sentiment.
Yeah. Now, do I still have to pay for my meal?
Yeah, but I thought that was nice of her, though.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. So for her, she goes, yeah, she goes, every time you walk through that door, I'm just like, man, I just feel so bad.
Right.
I said, you don't need to feel bad anymore. There's no reason for it.
That's funny.
Yeah. Now come over here and sit on my lap.
Yeah. No
Tell
kidding.
Tell me all about it.
Yeah. Make me feel better.
Yeah.
Since you wounded me. Since you wounded my feelings.
Yes, I was very hurt, and I find it difficult to even come here anymore.
Yeah, but I guess if you just stroke me off with your crayon color, it'd be much better.
Exactly. So there's another in strange occurrence again.
Never fails with you, dude.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
You literally never, and as many times as I've gone out with you, different places or whatever, there's never a time that it's just, okay, well, sit down, eat a meal, pay the bill, and leave. Never happens with you.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Never. It's so odd.
Yeah, it's really weird. I attract some weird attention, I guess.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, well, speaking of attracting attention, you threw out that whole losing my wife this week.
Yeah.
That whole Dog the Bounty Hunter, that Beth Chapman passing away this week was bizarre.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm getting texts and I'm getting Twitters, and of course, the people that you told me on was making comment on the
Lines
exactly. It's like I'm the first guy you thought of when you heard that Beth Chapman died.
Dude, and the volume of it was crazy. There was easily, I would say, if I counted them all up across all the platforms, there's probably about 100 of them. 100, and it was all the same joke.
Of course.
Thoughts and prayers.
Condolences.
Hope Neely's okay.
Yep.
Blah, blah. We get it.
That's too funny.
Was.
Just
whatever.
Then
as long as they're thinking about the show, that's good with me.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of the show, I was telling you that typically if I'm in the car, especially the drive to and from work, if I'm not checking out podcasts and stuff, more often than not, I listen to the previous day's Mark Levin show.
Sure,
just kind of catch up on the politics and things going on, but. He's on vacation half of this week, and so I thought, okay, you know what, I'm gonna do a little quality check and listen to our show, which I typically rarely do. I rarely, if ever, listen back.
Yeah.
And so I thought, okay, I haven't really listened in a while. I don't know what I just thought, okay, let me see what it sounds like in the car on the stereo, make sure our levels are right, make sure, see if I can detect me doing anything I could do better.
Yeah,
and
of course.
I'm listening to the segments from last week, and dude, I'm even laughing at these. I mean, it was really funny. Some of the lines, just because the show goes so fast, there are a lot of quick lines in there that sometimes I even miss.
Oh, yeah. Dude, you had me laughing today because the one that you sent over to me, I didn't even remember saying. And you said that I said it. I don't remember saying that. But it's funny.
Yeah, the one about having the accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening back to one from 3 weeks ago or something like that about I think it's called The Confederate Flag Will Rise Again, and it was about the lady who had the Confederate flag and a mannequin hanging from a tree in her yard, and people were getting all upset.
Right.
And obviously the consensus is well, that's offensive. Mm-hmm. You just spouted out, well, your accent is offensive, but they still let you live.
It's pretty good. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. So it was pretty funny. I got a good chuckle out of some of the segments from this week. The one that made me laugh a lot because it was longer was that whole series of different flag stories.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, just some of the commentary on some of that was just hysterical.
Yeah, we were hitting on all cylinders on that.
Well, just you getting so bent out of shape was hysterical. I just getting fucking pissed off. I fucking hate these people.
Well, I do. That's why you bring them to the store, to the show. It's like, I just want to do a nice peaceful show, relax, have a couple of coffees, have a good time. And by the middle of the show, I'm like, that fucking Neely, that fucking asshole with these fucking stories. I'm yelling and screaming. I'm even when we end the segments, I'm like, fuck.
But the one that made me laugh the most though was when we were covering those two deadbeats that travel the world on everybody else's dime.
Oh, now that one I know I had a great line because I'm still laughing at it from the moment I said it about what's he modeling as, a book.
Yeah. No, you said he goes, what, as a newspaper?
Yeah.
but the whole part is I hope they get killed on that bike trip.
Well, there's some truth to that.
It just reminds me of what was that happened a few months ago about those do-gooder couple. They went on that bike trip to Tunisia or wherever the fuck they were. And they were trying to prove that people in the world were kind and nice and evil doesn't exist. And then they both get their heads cut off by some Taliban or some Muslim guy. And the only reason he killed them was because they're non-Muslim Americans.
Yeah, exactly. Because what are they doing in Buttfuckistan?
Yeah.
Stay in Oklahoma, you dumb shits.
Yeah. So they're just riding along, and this carload of Taliban just jumps out of the car and kills them.
Sure.
No apparent reason, no provocation, no nothing. It's just because they're not Muslim and they're Americans.
Yeah. Well, you know what? But that's their own fault. I don't. Do you feel even a little bit of?
Not in the least. You know why? Because that's never going to happen to me. You know why? Because I'll never go there.
Yeah, because you won't ever decide that you're bigger than the way the world works.
Yeah.
It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah. So I got a good chuckle out of some of the segments from this week. It was pretty damn good.
Sure.
So, just now I understand why people sit there and enjoy the show as much as they do.
Yeah, well, now you get it, right?
I do. Well, again, I rarely ever listen back, but I did.
Right.
And I liked what I heard.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So our good friend Sal sends me a email. I think it was on Thursday.
You mean a subject line with
well, yes,
with an email attached?
Exactly.
Okay.
He sent me a subject line, so he tells me that he ordered a CMS shirt for his brother.
Okay.
And he says, dude, I can't figure out how the shirt thing works. Are you all out of shirts? I just don't know how it works, And so I looked to see if maybe there was something wrong with the website.
Yeah.
And it worked just fine for me. I said, dude, you got to use the drop down and this and that. So I don't know. He must have been trying to order with his phone.
Yeah.
And so he successfully ordered a shirt, but then he picked a small and he did it a large because I guess he didn't get the drop down right, and he just clicked on the thing and it just selected a small.
Jeez.
So then
Doesn't he 8 years of college?
so then he sends me a text. Fuck, dude, I picked a small and I wanted a large. I'm just like, well, don't worry about it. I got it handled. So
8 years of college and he can't work a fucking website?
Well, I think, this, and I'll talk about this in a second. So I got the shirt. I have all the shirts just ready to go, and all I have to do is just grab an envelope and address it and slide a shirt in there and take it to the post office. Mm-hmm. So I mailed it yesterday.
Okay.
And his brother got it today.
Wow.
Just that fast.
No shit.
So he sends over a picture, and he sends over a picture. Go into the request email. It's a picture that you and I, it's certainly Neely and Chris approved.
All right, let's see.
It's right at the top there where it says, my brother Frank.
My phone. Because unlike Sal, I can actually use my phone.
That's because you live on your phone.
Well, there's some truth to that. Let's see. All right, that doesn't look like a shirt. I like it, though.
I do, too.
Was that men's and women's?
I think that's what it is. I don't know. I just look at that picture and I find it offensive.
It's you know what? I'm going to have to distance myself from Sal's subject line.
Yeah.
I can't associate with that.
Yeah. I like it.
I do. I like that a lot.
Yeah, so he's got the CMS bumper sticker there with 2 pistols.
If I post it on Fuckbook, will we get suspended?
I don't know.
Probably would.
Maybe you could throw it in the chat room.
Yeah, I'll do that.
People will come to the chat room and go, what are they looking at?
How cool.
But I think a lot of our fans can dig that as well.
Yeah. Include attachments. All right. It'll be in there in a minute.
Yeah. So, I know that you do a lot of your business on your phone.
I do. Tons.
Yeah. And I hate people who use their phone for their business.
Sorry.
Especially when it comes to answering emails.
Why?
Well, because at least in my experience, they never read or they never answer the entire email. They answer the first thing that you mention in your email, and then they just send it to you. Like,
those guys are rookies.
Well, the thing is they don't reply to your full email for, say there's like 3 things that you need to know in an email.
Sure.
And they read the first thing and they answer the first thing, and that's it.
And you don't find that with regular
no, because then it says sent from iPhone.
Oh,
well, and it's just like, well, so what did you do? Just read the first line and that was it?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Anybody that leaves first of all, you can tell a rookie from a pro by if their thing just says sent from iPhone. If you don't have a proper signature on your email on your phone, then you're just a fucking rook.
Yeah.
Take the time. If you're going to use your phone professionally, then take the time to fucking set it up professionally. Holy shit.
But I notice people who use their phone, their emails and their replies are the most incomplete.
Yeah, probably. There's probably truth to that.
Yeah.
It's because they just answer like it's a text.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, God damn it, you people in your goddamn phones.
Yeah, you give them a 3-paragraph thing of things you need, and they send you back K.
Or sounds good.
Cool.
It's like, well, I asked you 3 different things there.
Thumbs up emoji.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan. Thanks.
Yeah, great. Well, I don't do that, and I answer almost everything from my phone. So,
yeah.
And I email you all the time from my phone. Did you ever know I was on my phone?
No, I never really paid much attention to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I probably answer 70% of my mail on my phone these days.
Yeah.
Because I just don't like to take the time to have an extra tab open on my screen and then be constantly bugged by it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that I use a DocuSign program for like quotes and things when I'm quoting people things and I need them to sign it. I can't figure out how this works.
Yeah, because it's not made for your phone, dick fuck.
I can't make it work.
And the worst part is DocuSign will even work. It will work on a phone if they install the right program. But of course, they're too fucking stupid.
Yeah. So they're just like, I tried to send you back the signed quote, but it just wouldn't work.
Yeah. Well, figure it out, dick fuck.
So that, of course, holds me up. And then it's just like, well, get on a computer, will you?
Yeah.
Get on
in your office somewhere, or a tablet even.
Yeah.
On a tablet, it'll run like a fucking regular page.
Sure. So, yeah, technology.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're just kind of all over the place, at the beginning, but I'm noticing more and more since we were talking about the show and getting censored and everything.
Yeah.
I am noticing more and more that all of my, the people that I like to watch is, like Mark Dice or Jericho Green or Styx or Tim Pool or any one of them. I noticed that all of them are like, well, I'm being demonetized or my channel's being demoted. So you're going to have to, make it a favorite, or you're going to have to search for it specifically.
Yeah. Again, people got to learn how to use if you're going to stick with YouTube, you got to learn how to use YouTube.
Yeah.
I have my YouTube set up just like it's a TV station now.
Yeah.
I have different channels that are all saved, and I just pop through each different channel to see if there's new video every day.
Sure.
Just clicking through it. I'm on my TV. Dude, it's all there to use. It's just that people are too lazy or stupid to fucking figure out how to use it.
Lazy and stupid.
They are. It's like, I can't find it anymore. Well, why? Well, it used to be right up top. Now it's not. Well, no shit, dickhead. Fucking make it work.
Well, I see that Google got Google or YouTube got busted this week for through Project Veritas.
So then they shut Project Veritas.
So they shut them down.
Yep. I saw that.
So all in all, and we've been talking about this for going on a year now, that this is going to happen.
Yep.
And it's happening even worse, and they got busted out for it, and then they got demoted and demonetized, and even our video platform shut them down. That Vimeo
shut who down?
Shut
Veritas?
down Project Veritas.
Yeah. Well, I'm not shocked. You know, I mean, I hope Vimeo doesn't shut us down, but we're a paying customer. So.
Well, true, but they could have been paying as well. I don't know.
I doubt it. They were just uploading shit for free.
That could be. But, yeah, every week it gets worse.
It does. That's why, you know, people can rag on me all they want to. You know, I'm pretty comfortable with my move to BitChute and Gab and Minds. I'm comfortable with that shit.
Yeah.
Nothing of ours is going to get shut down. Not anytime soon.
Yeah. Unless the collective gets together and it's all a conspiracy, and then we'll be in the same boat as Alex Jones.
Well, even if it does, I've built it into our website as well. They'd have to literally shut down our website.
Right.
It's the only way they could totally shut us down, because I have it built into the website.
I'm telling you, the globalists are shutting us down.
It's the gay frogs. They got together at the Bilderberg. The Bilderberg group had a meeting and said, shut down that classic metal show.
Right, that Zuckerberg, he's wielding a lot of power out there, and we can't allow this to happen any longer, so support InfoWars.
Buy my vitamins and make sure you bookmark the classic metal show, because those guys are going to be shut down next. They're as gay as those frogs.
Too funny. Well, it's coming, folks, so you better be prepared. So if you like what we do and continue to support the show, you either need to subscribe to our Vimeo channel or mark our page or whatever as you do. And Chris created an RSS feed that you can build right into your phone.
Yes, sir.
So tell us a little bit about that, Chris. Take it away.
Take it away. No, it's built into the site, so that even if Spreaker were to go away, I mean, that's the biggie is Spreaker, which I don't think Spreaker is going away for a long time.
Well, let's hope not, because number one, they're not an American-based company, and number two, we pay them $500 a year to host our shit.
Mm-hmm. So, but if it did go away, I still have the website itself built to keep feeding the show. So. If everything got shut down, as long as we still have a website, we will have a way to distribute the show.
Right.
And obviously BitChute is not censoring anything. So, you know, BitChute is the place for video. And, I mean, I'll still upload the audio to YouTube, but, you know, everything else, you know, YouTube is just an advertising platform for us anymore. That's all it is. Throw the shit up there. I started throwing the first 10 minutes of the video stuff onto the thing. And that's good enough. It's an advertisement for the Vimeo, the subscription service, and that's fun. That's actually taken a little bit of a hold, that subscription service. I'm pretty happy with the way that's going.
I'm glad. And how is the podcast doing with the podcast one, the Launchpad?
It seems to be doing okay. Seems to be gaining listeners every week, and you know, it's just it's the replacement. It came at the right time. It's the replacement for iHeart. You know, iHeart hurt us a little bit. I mean, it took about, 2,000 downloads a week away.
Okay.
But, but now we got the Podcast One thing, so we'll use that for a while. And if that goes away, then that goes away. I don't really give a shit, you know? I mean, thankfully, they forced me to get techie and build it into the site. So now that it's built into the site, I really don't give a shit what they do.
Right.
Fuck them. But no, dude, did you see that I did the first feature with Last Crack?
Yeah, I heard that. I hadn't realized you were going to do that. I know you had mentioned it to me that you wanted me to jump in on that, but
and I texted you.
You did?
And you didn't text me back. But then it was because I texted my brother and I thought it was you.
Because I knew I didn't get anything from you, and I was just like, okay.
No, because Paul Schluter, the guitar player, hit me up at like 7:45 and was like, "Are we still on for this recording?" And I was like, "Yeah, cool." So I thought I had just texted you. So I just went to my text and I went to send a text and I said, "Are you in for Last Crack?" And I didn't hear anything back. And then about a day and a half later, I get this text from my brother saying, "What is Last Crack?" And I was like, oh, I guess I sent that to the wrong person.
That's okay. The Last Crack is your baby, so.
Exactly. Well, and I figure you'll do the one Tuesday.
Yeah, with is that with Ron?
Yeah, with Ron, talking about Black Sabbath.
Okay.
But yeah, the Last Crack thing went great. Jesus Christ, dude. You want to talk about a long interview. It was, I released, I think, an hour and a half or an hour, 15 minutes or something like that. But I had another hour. I had a whole nother hour of stuff, but it was probably stuff that the band didn't want me to put out there.
Okay.
There was definitely, I ended up talking, dude, check this out. Their guitar player, his name is Don Bakken.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. And I was reading your little thing. Hey, we're releasing the first, subscription service special, blah, blah, blah. And I saw, I was scanning it really quick, and I goes, with who? Don Bakken. I was just like, what?
But it's Don Bakken, but he's like one of us.
Right.
He's definitely one of us. He's a dude that loves, or more one of me than one of us, but definitely loves his booze, loves his pussy. And the whole hour that I didn't release was just stories about booze and pussy. On both sides. It was pretty funny.
Well, I guess I started the show off with the right theme song then.
You really did. It was a very cool conversation. I think people that, the thing is with these is that we're going to try to make them not interviewee. They're not going to, it's not going to be me and Neely going, "So, Ron, you were in Black Sabbath for 13 seconds. What was that like?"
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be that. It's just conversational stuff, and the topics will lead to conversational stuff. You guys can talk about whatever with Black Sabbath. What did you like? What did you hate? Were you nervous? I would probably get into Headless Cross with Ron because that was the record he was supposed to sing on. See if he had heard any of the music or what he thought, shit like that.
Right.
But these conversations are meant to be more back end stuff that you don't normally hear.
Yeah.
Make them kind of fun. And boy, this Last Crack one, boy, I talked to those guys. I got a lot of cool stories out of those guys about various, various reasons that they didn't make it, which was fascinating to me to actually hear, some of that stuff. So it was definitely cool. Dude, I've been big in the podcast world this week. Did now Band-Aid tell you that I made a love connection?
No.
Between him and Max Norman?
No, I was not aware.
Yeah, and boy, did he take the ball and run with it. There's a Skull session coming out, and I have no problem promoting this because I like Bob, and I certainly can't wait for this.
Mm-hmm.
It's Bob, Max Norman, David Ellefson, and John Bush.
Oh, nice.
That's a fucking good Skull session.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because Norman recorded both. He recorded Megadeth and Armored Saint.
Right.
So that's going to be really killer. So I can't wait for that one. But yeah, I connected the dots with that and made that go. So.
Well, very good.
But yeah, back to, as far as the subscription service goes, the new Last Crack one is up now. That is the first of the bonus features. So go get it, folks.
Very good. All right, that works for me.
Yeah. So do you want to hear the hate about Don calling in tonight?
Oh, let's hear the hate.
Since we're talking Last Crack and Dokken is going to be a topic.
Okay.
This message I got right before the show from someone named Dan. And it says, "Jesus Christ, boys, for weeks Chris has been licking the Last Crack, which was a nice diversion from Neely riding Don's nuts. But this week, of course, it's back to being Dokken's lapdog. You guys always say to go listen to Eddie Trunk, but it may finally be time to do just that. Find something else to talk about, fuckies." Signed Dan.
Okay. Well,
Bye,
Dan. Bye, Dan. I don't want you to be a fan anymore. Don't listen.
Bye. That's too funny.
Yeah, whatever.
I thought you'd enjoy that.
Yeah, I did. It's people are goofy.
People stink.
It's the thing is you don't have to listen.
Yeah, no one's making you.
If the show is of that subject material that you don't particularly care for, then don't listen.
Just wait for the podcast. You can see what they are.
Yeah, just don't listen.
Yeah,
turn it off. Go listen to something else.
That's right. Daddy Trunk is there for you, friend.
Or don't listen to anything at all.
Yeah, exactly. That's
the freedom of choice that we have.
Yeah, imagine that. We're not forcing you to listen.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about whatever we want to talk about. And that's it. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Too funny. Well, a couple weeks ago, we purchased a month-long sponsorship.
Yes,
of the radio show or the radio station that both Chris and I got our start at.
That's right.
And I got the donor announcement email this week from our good friend Bob Long.
Right.
And I haven't sent him a reply back. I know what your thoughts are, and I completely agree with it.
Okay.
Anyway, Bob sends a message. He's like, Neely, how the heck are ya?
Hey, buddy.
Thanks so much for your donation. I hope it all is going well out there in the Midwest. We are obviously still rocking here in northeastern Ohio.
Yeah.
So now to the formal part of the letter. Laugh out loud. So basically we have to pick the preferred month of sponsorship, and so I think we're going to sponsor October.
Right.
They want to know the official name of the business. Obviously, it's the Classic Metal Show.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the interesting one. A brief description of your services and or products.
You should just totally lie. Christian station dedicated to the furtherment of Jesus Christ as our Savior.
And then, of course, the business phone number and or the website.
Okay, well, that one's... Dude, we should totally lie about what the show is about. We should totally go for
Bob is gonna put the promo together, so he knows better than that.
Wouldn't that be great, though? This hour brought to you by the Classic Metal Show, who support Jesus.
Right. Do you like Striper?
John 3:17 says, listen to the CMS.
Yes. So he says, I will put together a copy within the FCC guidelines and send it to you for your review.
Excellent.
So we're gonna be on for the full month of October, twice a day.
That's great.
Yeah.
So good.
I gotta definitely hear this for sure. You know, I know I'm going to get a copy of it, but I want to hear it out over the airwaves.
You got to ask for the air check. You got to say, dude, I need an air check.
Well, fortunately, it streams online.
Yeah.
So I can grab the stream anytime and just kind of run a record it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be funny.
Yeah, it's going to be really good.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, if there's any fallout, if anybody looks us up, or actually comes to the show and listens in or something, and it's like totally put off.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
If people are upset, that'll make me so happy.
Yeah, me too.
I guess we shouldn't be that way, but that'll make me happy.
Yeah, but in this day and age of the sensitivity and everything,
yeah,
it's just like, well, you know what? I threw $200 for a good cause. And if it ruffles just one person's feathers to where they feel they have to complain, that'll be worth the $200.
It's win-win. I mean, even if it's not, it's where we got our start. So it's worth it anyway. But if it ruffles somebody's feathers, then that just makes us fucking happy.
Yeah. I'm upset.
Good.
I'm going to go to Facebook.
Yeah. Hello, Twitter. CMS are mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, pal. Oh. And they're advertising with the high school radio station.
Yeah. Why are you sponsoring this kind of trash?
Yeah, this filth. This guy does a segment talking about how good it is for the teachers to fuck students.
Yeah, pal.
And that's being promoted on a student-run station.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, and we'll take a short break. Did you see that? Did you see that story I sent over to you about the mayor of a town who quit because people on Facebook were being mean to him?
I did see that. Jeez, oh man.
They were being mean.
So I quit.
So I resigned. I got elected to an office because people thought I could do a good job, but then there were people on Facebook who were sending mean messages, so I decided I was going to quit.
If you're that weak, if you're that fragile, then how the fuck did you think you could run a town? This guy must fucking hide under his desk at every town meeting.
They were mean.
There's potholes in the road. Oh, don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't say. Can you imagine this mayor that's fucking butthurt about Facebook? You know, if he's that butthurt on Facebook to quit, what happens in the town meeting when somebody calls him out for something legitimate?
Yeah.
You know, a zoning problem or something in his town. He must fucking run and hide. What a pussy.
So good. I love it.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's take a break here and play a couple of tunes. I got a request here. Our good friend John Phillips has requested a song that I know that you'll definitely enjoy, and I like it as well.
All right.
The Four Horsemen.
Oh, rockin' is my business.
Rockin' is my business, and business is good.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah, so we haven't heard the Four Horsemen in a while, so stay connected because I'm going to throw you in queue. And while I'm playing music, then you can kind of direct me on the lighting. I can play around with the lighting, and you can tell me better, not so good, all that kind of stuff.
All right.
So here it is. This is the Four and you won't hear me talk back to you. You're just gonna watch me.
Just thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly.
Yeah.
So here it is. It's the Four Horsemen exclusively here
on your classic metal show.